Hey welcome to Zville Lessons for Live channel. My name is Xander Villain, and today we're going to cover Shame on the Moon. It's an old Rodney Crowell song that Bob Seger made real famous when he did his version of it. I don't do exactly either of those two versions. I play it a little differently, but I play it in the same key. I base it out of G, and then I strum it a little different. I keep the arrangement pretty close. So we're going to do this in two parts. First part's an intermediate tutorial for you more advanced players, where I'm just going to show you the song pretty quickly, break it down, and then you can make it your own. The second part's for the beginners, where I'm going to break down the chords, I'm going to break down the strumming patterns, I'm going to show you some nuances and tricks you can put in there to keep the song alive if you're playing it solo acoustic. So, jump to that section. You can either go to this time code right here, or go down in the description area, look for beginner's lessons with the time code, click on that, it'll jump ahead in the video. Thanks so much, let's get right into this. Hey welcome to the intermediate tutorial of Shame on the Moon. Please hit like and subscribe. That'll help our channel grow. So, based out of G, I do the full G chord with both fingers when I'm doing it live. Adds a little bit more body. Sounds like Bob Seger might not even be doing the E and the B string, the 1 and the 2. Sounds like he might just be using the middle 2 strings. And then doing the upper strings for the E. That's an E minor, by the way, guys. Just the 2 fingers. So it's what I do is the full G. And then it walks down. And to walk down, I do the... See that? So it's a double hit at the end. So, and then it walks back up too. Same thing though, I use that open E in there. So, strumming pattern. So I do 2 hits and then a strum up, and then I do 3 hits and a strum up. Let me just show you. And I'm mainly just hitting that root note with that 2 and then the 3, right? You could hit these bottom 2 if you want. It gets a little messy though. So that's the strumming pattern for you guys. Once again, G, walk down to an E minor. You don't have to do the G that way. You can do it this way, or you could just not do the bottom 2 strings. Then it's going to go up to a C, to a G, to a C, to a G, then you're going to walk back down, and then back up to the G, walk it back down to the D, to the G. That's the whole verse section. But let me just show you, it does like an 8 count on the main verse, and then when it goes to the C, it cuts it in half to a 4 count. So it's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6, 7 and 8 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Here comes the C. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So see how it, at the very end there where it goes to that D, it even cuts that in half by going 1 and 2 and 4 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So when you get your own groove going, I do this thing where it goes to the C and it's like... I also walk up to the C a lot of the time, so to be. And to do that, I'm just putting my pinky on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string, like that. So that's pretty much it for that part. It just repeats that back and forth. And you'll plug that in with the song. The only other part is where it goes up to the B flat or the A sharp, right? So you're doing this. It's the Shame on the Moon part. Slide it up. And that's a B flat or an A sharp major, not minor. You could try to do it here if you wanted to, but it sounds better here, and I like sliding into it. Kind of slide down too, not as much. I make that really apparent. That's the Shame on the Moon parts, right? So what I do sometimes is add a little lead section in there where the piano jive is. And I'll just kind of go into a thing on the G where I'm doing the... And then when it goes to the E, I'll just go to the 4th position, minor pentatonic scale. Notice how I let that E ring out while I do this. So basically that's it. It's kind of sloppy, but I just have fun with it. When I'm playing full volume live, I'm kind of trying to keep it a little quiet here for the video. I'll make sure to do the walk down and the walk up to separate the two parts. And that's pretty much it for the song, guys. So let's get right into the beginner section. Hey, and welcome to the beginner section of Shame on the Moon. Great song for beginners. It's kind of tough, but it's not too many hard chords, so it kind of is a good one for you to advance with, you know. So if you're brand new, this might be a little tough, but if you've been playing for a while and you know some of your chords, that'll be better for you. But the hard one that you're going to get is this B flat or A sharp that you slide up to for the Shame on the Moon, that part. So what we got here is, the way I do it, is I'm going to do a regular G, then I'm going to walk it down to an E minor, walk it back up to a G. The other chords we have are a C, straight C. I'll put a little flavor in that, I'll show you that. And then we have a D for just a moment at the end of the roundabout, the bridge of the verse, right? We have that for just a second. I'll show you how that goes. And then once again, the other chord, you slide into this A sharp, B minor, and then back down to the G again. If you listen to the Bob Seger song, it doesn't sound like he's doing the two top strings on your G chord. It sounds like he's just doing the middle, so it's... And then on the E minor, he'll do the top 2 strings. So I do it with it. So how do I achieve that? Here's your G chord right here, right? Middle finger on the 3rd fret of your 6th string. Index finger on the 2nd fret of your 5th string, leaving your middle 2 open. Your 4th and your 3rd. And then your ring finger on the 3rd fret of your 2nd string. Your pinky on the 3rd fret of your 1st string. That is your G chord. All 6 strings are in play. Then your walk down is going to be your G, 3rd fret, G flat, 2nd fret, and open, E. The way I'm achieving that isn't just going straight. You can do that if you want. Right, for your very beginners, and I'll show you 2 different picking patterns, one for beginners, one for a little bit more advanced. But what we got here is you're hitting it twice. Once, open, twice, open, twice. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Then you're in this chord. So it's... See that? And then then you're back into the ba-boom, chow. So to achieve the E minor chord, you can put these two fingers, or these two fingers on the 5th string 2nd fret and the 4th string 2nd fret. You're playing all 6 strings. The other ones are all open. That is, I sound a little out of tune. That's your E minor chord. So that's your 2nd chord. The 3rd one's going to be your C. And the C you get by doing the bottom 5 strings. 5th string, ring finger, 3rd fret. 4th string, 2nd fret with your middle finger, leaving your 3rd string open. You do your 2nd string with your index finger on the 1st fret and your E open at the bottom, your 1st string. That's your C chord. Don't hit the top string, the 6th string. The next one is your D. Bottom 4 strings, your open D on your 4th. You're going to put your index finger on the 2nd fret of your 3rd string, your middle finger, your ring finger on the 3rd fret of your 2nd string, and your middle finger on the 2nd fret of your 1st string. That's your D. Then the only other chord you're going to be doing is you're going to be sliding up to this A sharp, B flat major out of C, bar chord, which is 6th string, 6th fret, 5th string, 8th fret, 4th string, 8th fret, 3rd string, 7th fret, and then your 1st and 2nd strings is back to the 6th fret. This is a tough one. It's an odd one too. You don't find this in a lot of songs. So there it is, the B flat or A sharp major bar chord. Index, ring, pinky, middle, index and index, barring. So let me show you the picking pattern now. When you first start the pattern, you just do 2, down, down, up. Then you do 3, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. So it's down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. You could go all downs too, guys. Down, down, up, down, 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 down. Or you could do real simple. Down, 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 down to the G, to the E. All right, so let's get into how to play the song now. You're going to work on your picking patterns on your own time, so just do your best, and if you can't follow me on the picking patterns, go ahead and just do the down strums very simply. So it's going to be 8 counts during the main verse. When it goes to the C, it's going to switch into 4 counts, G 4 counts, C 4 counts, G 4 counts, walk it down to the E 4 counts, G 4 counts, then walk it down to the E for 2 counts, D for 2 counts, back to the G for 8 counts. Let me show you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8. Add that walk down, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8, and 1. I'll do a slow version at the end of this lesson. So now, when you go up to the C, you can go straight up, or you can walk it up. So you're down here. 5, 6, 7, and 8, and G, See how we switched to a half as long? So that's a 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 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 1 and 2. 1 and 2, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. Now I don't like counting. I don't ever recommend it for this song because the strumming patterns is a pretty tough one. If you're new, this is going to be a really hard strumming pattern for you. When I first learned this, even though I've been playing 30 years, I still was like, what? Because I'm not like a country guy, really. You got to get that vibe going, right? So basically that's it. The 8 counts till you've been beside a man. You don't know what it wants. You don't know what it cries at night. Here we go up to the C, guys. I'm going to walk it up. Now down, 2, 3, 4, and up to the C, down to the G. Now walk it down to the E, back straight to the G. There's no walk up. 1, 2, walk down. The D, G. That's the whole pattern right there, guys. Note, when you're doing the C to the G, you do that twice, and then you walk down to the E. You don't walk it back up. You just go straight to the G. There's no time to walk it back up because it changes slightly in the pattern. So it's when nothing comes easy. I'll slow it down. Old nightmares seem real. Walk it on down till you've been beside a man. See how there's no time there? Up to the D and back to the G. There's your A sharp, B flat, right? Your one I was talking about. Your B flat minor, or B flat major, bar chord off the 6th string. There's your root note right there. And when you're doing this, here comes the Shame on the Moon part. Shame on the moon. Right? That's not the right lyrics, sorry, but so it looks like I kind of grab it right on that G flat just because my finger's already here. For the G chord, I just kind of grab it and go up. You don't have to do that, and you could play it up here if you wanted to, but I like doing it here because you get the bottom 2 strings in there with the fatty part of your finger like I was talking about. Let's take it from the C. When nothing comes easy, back up to the C. Walk it on down. Don't walk it up. Just go straight to the G. Straight to the D, to the G. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here's the slider. Blame it on straight to the G. See how I kind of slid down to that on the E string, the 6th string? Shame on the moon. See how I slid it down, down. It's really subtle, but if you want to put that in there instead of going straight. All right, so we're going to do a nice slow practice on each part real quick. Slow, quick, right? Here we go. So we're going to start with the first verse. Down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up to the E. Walk it on up to the G. Walk it on down. do that E open. Until you've been beside a man. This is tough. I can't play this slow. Don't know what he wants. E up to the G. And you're on that climb, you're going to the 2nd fret only, not the 1st fret. Here's where we go to the C. Go straight there. Don't walk it up, just go straight there. Here's the D, G. Then it goes into another verse, but pretend this is the end of the 2nd verse, and we're going to go up to that A sharp, right? Blame it on midnight. Here's a slide up. 7 and 8 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. 1 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. Then it goes into the piano lead. Let me show you a couple real quick things here that I do when you go into the C. So it's when nothing comes easy. I'll slow it down. Old nightmares seem real, right? I do this. When nothing comes easy. Old nightmares seem real. I add a little flavor to that by putting my pinky on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string. You could also do that one if you want to, where you lift. But I like this one. But it adds an odd time too, though. So when you're doing this, when nothing comes easy, old nightmares seem real. You've been beside a man. So let me play it at full speed so you can see what I'm doing. When nothing comes easy, all my men seem real. This is kind of the only trick that I do, except for the walk up to the C before that, which changes it slightly. I kind of start going more staccato then. See what I mean? It just changes it slightly. So that's pretty much everything for this song. Now it's just kind of like learning all the parts and then playing along with the song. I think Bob Seger's version's out of G, so that should be one you could play along with. Hey, so that's it. I hope you guys got something out of this video, and if you did, please hit like and subscribe. That'll help our channel grow. Check out another video by clicking this link over here. Check out our channel, see all our playlists, videos, and lessons. Go ahead and click that link over there. Thank you guys so much for watching. We really appreciate it, and we'll see you on the next one.